fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies. And then there are the weird parts of Easter, like fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies, which is interesting. But what does all this stuff have to do with Easter? And if this holiday is about more than candy and wearing uncomfortable clothes to church and lunch with your relatives, what makes Easter happy?
Okay, so hear me out. There are two kinds of people out here in this world. There's people who love these, and then there's people like me, and I just don't get it. How do you eat something so cute, but then also have something so grainy? I don't know. Let's see what your family feels. So give me a thumbs up if you love to eat these things, and give me a thumbs down if you hate these things. Okay. So see, there are a lot of different opinions out there. So, but no matter how you feel about eating peeps, you're going to love this game. Your family is going to face off in the greatest peep jousting competition of all time. I'm going to explain how it works, and then I'll tell you when to start. Okay, so first, you're going to divide into two teams, and next, you are going to assign the teams. You'll have Peep A, and then you're going to have Peep B. So, with that, you are going to make sure that you get toothpicks as well, and you are going to stick the toothpicks in each peep to prepare them for battle. And just make sure that you think of these toothpicks as either a joust, a lightsaber, or a sword. You know, just depends on how serious your family is about the competition. But make sure the toothpicks are facing forward towards the peep. Place both of them on a microwave plate, and no social distancing here. You want the peeps to be super close and facing one another.
Erika here. Are you guys ready for another game? I think you are. Okay, so for this game, you're gonna need a laundry basket and socks. Lots of socks. They can be clean or dirty. I guess it's up to you. I would prefer clean maybe, but it doesn't matter as long as they have a pair. You need pairs of socks. So that's all you need for this game. Lots and lots of socks with their matching pair and a basket. So go ahead and pause me and go grab those items so that I can tell you how we're gonna play this game. All right, you got those items? Are you ready? Here's what I want you to do. If you're nice and neat and folded already like this, I want you to take your socks apart. Put them in that basket, take them apart, scramble them around, make sure that none of the same socks are next to each other. And now you're gonna pick an area in the room. On one end, you're gonna dump that basket of scrambled socks. Then you're gonna take your basket to the other end of the room and leave it there. Now you need 2 people to play and 2 people to keep score. If you don't have someone to keep score for you, you do it yourself, but we're going on the honor system. Parents, I'm looking at you. You don't cheat now. Okay, so here's how this is gonna go. When I say go, your 2 players will be down at the end with the scrambled pile of socks. You're gonna find a sock, and then you're gonna look for the pair, you're gonna match them together like this, and you're gonna make them into an Easter egg sock. And now you're gonna take that Easter egg sock and you are going to toss it into the basket on the other end. So you're gonna keep track of how many socks you pair together and make into the basket, or your scorekeeper is gonna keep track for you. Do you guys think you got that? Are you ready? I think you guys are ready. But before we get started, our praise band is actually going to give us an example of what this game should look like. So sit back and enjoy this. We're going to put 1 minute on the countdown, and I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go, and then we're going to watch some of our praise band members show us how to do this game. Are you guys ready to watch? All right, 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, Amber, you ready for this? I went to school to fold socks. I'll show you a thing or two. All right.
Oh,
Here we go. I had to borrow socks from Aubrey just because I thought I'd run out here. So, all right. Here we go.
All right, Chris Swank, you are going down. I know you may have more cheerleaders than I do, but I'm the queen of folding socks. It's on. All right.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1,
Yeah.
go!
Go, Daddy!
That's right. Counts.
13?
11!
It's supposed to be 1 minute, right?
All right.
11.
Count number.
All right. Let's double check
The
here.
last one count.
Okay, you ready?
Daddy,
Emily?
We got 1,
1,
2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
4,
5,
5,
6,
6,
7,
7, 8,
8,
9,
9,
10,
10,
11.
12.
Must be a hold. I thought there was more than
13.
that. All right.
Daddy's
be
goal
honest,
was
I
to
thought I
get
could do
14.
Wowza! They did amazing, and I think you guys can do even better. So, family competition time. Are you guys ready? Make sure your socks are scrambled up in a pile on one end, your basket's on the other, your 2 players are ready to go. We're gonna put 1 minute on the timer for you, and we're gonna see how many of those sock eggs you can get in the basket. Are you ready? Are you ready? You can hit pause if you're not ready. Okay, nobody pause me. We're ready. Okay, ready? And 3, 2, 1, go!
bluespringsumc.org. I want to hear all about it. Alright, bye! Erika's going to actually share with you another game.
All right, families, come on back over here. You guys did amazing. Who won? All right, so whoever wins, this is your prize. You get socks. Oh, I'm just kidding. Parents, adults, please make sure that whoever won gets some sort of a special prize today. Now, we are gathered together today and having some fun because we're celebrating Easter. And you may not know exactly what that means, but don't worry, we're going to talk about it a little bit later. Now, we do know, though, that you guys probably want to say Happy Easter to some of your peeps. Hopefully not the peeps that we just microwaved a little earlier, but peeps like your family and your friends. And so we're going to give you a moment. You can hit pause on this next screen and pick one of the challenges and say Happy Easter to some of your peeps. So go ahead and do it. Hit pause, pick one of these challenges, and say Happy Easter.
Hey everyone, Pastor Chris here. Thought I would join with Erika and Joanne, and boy, I have so much adrenaline pumping from those games. Man, that was awesome. Well, here's the deal, guys. Even though we're at home and we're celebrating a little differently than we have before, that's okay. Easter is still happy. You can say Happy Easter. And that's just not just because of the peep wars or Easter baskets or chocolate bunnies. Although those things are awesome, it's still happy because of what happened thousands of years ago at the first Easter. It's the world's most powerful story, and yet it's so simple. It's so simple that it can be told with laundry. Yeah, even the socks that people were throwing around just now.
In the beginning, God created everything. He formed people in His very own image. But then, we turned away from God. Sin entered the world, like a dark stain. Still, God loved us so deeply that He made a plan to rescue us. At just the right moment, God sent His very own Son, Jesus, to live among us. Jesus healed hearts, and minds, and bodies. Thousands gathered to hear Him teach. Instead of giving lots of new rules, Jesus turned things upside down by making it simple. Love God, love others. After 3 years of traveling and teaching, Jesus and His disciples entered Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover feast. Huge crowds gathered to welcome Him. But while the crowds cheered for Jesus, the religious leaders made plans to arrest Him. He was turning their world upside down, and they wanted Him gone. As Jesus celebrated the Passover meal with His friends, He told them that He would be leaving, but would return. His friends didn't understand. That night, one of Jesus' followers, Judas, led soldiers to arrest Him. The religious leaders gave Jesus a fake trial and then sent Him to Pilate, the Roman governor, who could have Him killed. Pilate found Jesus had broken no law and tried to release Him. But a mob called for Jesus to be killed. Pilate gave in and handed Jesus over to the Roman soldiers. Jesus was forced to carry the heavy beams of His own wooden cross. On a hill called Golgotha, the soldiers nailed Jesus' hands and feet to the rough wood. The soldiers and people who passed by laughed and mocked Him. But from the cross, Jesus asked God to forgive them. Finally, Jesus called out, "It is finished." Then He died. The earth shook. Rocks split open. Even the soldiers cried, "Surely He was the Son of God." One of Jesus' followers took His body and placed it in a tomb cut from the rock. A huge stone blocked the entrance. Jesus' friends were devastated. They had believed that Jesus was the one God promised, the one who would rescue them, but now He was gone. Their whole world had turned upside down. Jesus' friends stayed hidden in fear for 3 days. But early Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene, a close friend of Jesus, hurried to the tomb. She planned to anoint Jesus' body with special spices. As Mary neared the tomb, she saw the stone had been rolled away. The tomb was empty. Mary turned to see a man standing near. She didn't recognize him until he said, "Mary." It was Jesus, alive. Jesus told her, "Do not hold on to me. I have not yet ascended to the Father. Instead, go to those who believe in me." Jesus, God's Son, became like us to lay down his life. Through God's power, he defeated death for all of us, and sin was washed away. One day, he's promised to return, so we can live with him forever.
Awesome! I love conversations like these because remembering what God has done in the past helps me trust him with what's going on in my life right now. And I hope that's the same for you. So I hope you spend the rest of the day making happy memories with your family. So to get you started, here's one last challenge. For this one, you will need to find a technology genius. And once you get it, I've got the challenge. All right, so as soon as this video is over, I want you to go outside and take a family Easter photo and make it awesome. And send it to social media. And remember to attach #EasterJamFirstKids2020 and send it to jjones@bluespringsumc.org. We want to hear from you on this amazing day. And maybe now more than ever, this is the time to celebrate and remember God's faithfulness and the hope he gives us in Jesus. After all, that's what makes Easter so happy.
The greatest day in history. Death is beating, you have rescued me. Sing it out, Jesus is alive. The empty cross, the empty grave, life eternal, you have won the day. Shout it out, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Oh, happy day, happy day. You wash my sin away. Oh, happy day, happy day. I'll never be the same. Forever I'm changed. I'll never be the same. When I stand in that place, realize meeting face to face, I am yours, Jesus, you are mine. In this joy, perfect peace, earthly pain finally will cease. Celebrate, Jesus is alive.